Okay, today we are changing a thermostat in an '03 Honda Civic. Yours probably doesn't look as good as mine, but I'm just playing. And this is a LX. Well, there's no emblem on the back, but let's get started. Let's see what we gotta do here. See my wall? Sweet, huh? Okay. Your motor probably won't look like this, but mine does. I did a few things to it to make it go vroom vroom. But anyways, first thing you want to do, take your radiator cap off. You want to make sure your car is cool. You don't want to just drive it 100 miles and then take it off. More than likely it'll spray out and burn you. So wait till it cools off, take it off. It's pressurized. I think whenever it gets real hot, this will leak out air because there's like a little spring mechanism in it. Anyways, your thermostat is right on top on an '03 Civic. Super easy to get to. It's right here. Right here where my cigarette's at. Put ashes on it for you. Right there. See that? Right there. There's 2 bolts. All you need is a 10mm socket. You don't need a fancy swivel wrench or nothing stupid to get in there. Just what I did, I took this off. This is the hose coming from the actual radiator right here. And you might want to put like a pan or a bucket underneath your car to catch the fluids that come out. That way, if you have antifreeze in it, you don't have to buy more. You can just put it back in there because antifreeze stays good for a long time. You shouldn't have to change it. And like I said, 1 bolt right here. Okay, right there. And there's 1 down here on the bottom. Can't really see it, but I'll point to it. It's right here, underneath this hose. Right there. And normally you would have your oxygen sensor to your manifold hooked to the bracket that's on the bolt. There's a little bracket that's connected to the bolt, but mine is not on there anymore because my oxygen sensor, or my O2 sensor, had to come off and get put on the bottom of my headers because I bought aftermarket ones. But that's what you gotta do. When you take out the thermostat, there's not, the one you buy should not have a rubber seal on it. And what you want to make sure you do when you take it out is make sure you put that rubber seal back on the new one. You have to just like pry it off. It's real easy. It's real weak and stretchy. But I was thinking that when I took it off the thermostat, I couldn't just pull it out. So what I ended up having to do is like I just twisted a little bit and it just like knocked it loose and then it came out. But you might get some pliers. It doesn't screw in, nothing like that. And you don't have nothing to worry about. You can put it in there any way you want as long as it's not backwards. You just set it in there, put the housing up against it, just hold it on there and put the bolts back in. That's what you gotta do. Yes, I'm smoking. Because I'm a hard ass bud. And that's all there is to it. You should not have any problems changing your thermostat. I bought mine at AutoZone. It was like $8.99. But before that, I went to a garage. I was like, how much would it cost to change my thermostat? He's like, oh, well, it might be probably close to $100. I was like, really? Okay. And then I remember changing the thermostat with my Subaru. And it was really easy. It's even easier on a Honda because it's right up here on top. You don't have to get underneath the car or nothing. You don't need to do anything. Just take the bolts off, 10mm socket, put the new thermostat in, put the bolts back in. That's it. And if you lose a lot of fluids, like if you're not using a pan, you might just want to put some more in it. You don't have to have it completely full, no matter what anyone tells you. As long as there's fluid in it, a decent amount that can circulate, it'll keep your block cool. What actually happens is you put fluid in here, it gets cooled off by your radiator, which sits right there behind your grill. And what happens is it goes through this little tube after it cools off, because the air hitting the radiator cools it off. and it sets in front of this thermostat. And when your block starts getting hot, the thermostat constricts and the spring tightens, which releases the fluids into the block. And it swishes around on the bottom, and then it comes back around to your radiator again, and just keeps doing the same thing. It just circulates and circulates cool water. That's all you need to know about a thermostat. It's easy to change. But alright, if you guys have any questions or comments, just post them in the comments and I will try to get back to you and help you if you need any help. Alright, peace.